There's a lot of things we can do as artists on YouTube to get more views on our video, but sometimes we have to stop and ask ourselves, is that really what we want to do? Greetings, people of the internet. I'm Scott with Serkworks Art Labs. Welcome, mad creators, to the underground laboratory where we create robots, aliens, zombies, and other imminent threats to humanity. And we're going to get to some of that in a minute, specifically robots. But first, I kind of wanted to touch on a comment that I got. It's addressing something that kind of made me think a little bit of constructive criticism, and I do appreciate that. So if you guys have constructive criticism, bring it my way. I'm more than happy to hear about it. And at first, when I heard this comment, I was like, yeah, that kind of makes sense. And then I had to stop and think, and like, yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily advice that I want to take. I like to consider the advice, but it's not always something I'm going to take. If you watch these videos, you know I like to do a little monologue or talk a little bit in the beginning, and that's just what that's just the format of this channel. Now, some people, a lot of people, more people than have subscribed to this channel, just come here because there's something on, you know, they see the thumbnail or they see the title or whatever, and they just want some quick information. I totally understand that. There's videos like, if I need to fix my car or something like that, I just need a part. I want that information quick and everything. But this channel's not really designed that way. And I do like to give tips and help out artists, and that's sort of what this channel is about. But it's not like these quick tip type things that you'll see on a lot of videos. What I'm referring to is when people comment about a certain like timestamp, like this happens at this time or whatever, and those are fun. Those are fine. I appreciate those. I mean, I know this can be helpful for a lot of people. I did I did a video on how to draw comics the Marvel way, where it was just kind of my thoughts about the book, if it was still relevant or whatever, and I got a comment on that one saying, oh, it's like 6 minutes or whatever before he actually cracks open the book. But the thing was, that wasn't what that video was designed for. It was me talking about the book and whether it was kind of you know, more or less like Marvel propaganda or whatever, or basically if it was just, if the advice was good or if it was just there to kind of promote Marvel. So and that's what the video was. And previous to me actually opening the book, that's what I was talking about. So that's fine. If you just want to see me flip open the book and do that, that's fine. So, but I get those comments from time to time. The one I just got it wasn't even necessarily they were stamping a certain time, but basically the gist of it was they said they liked the videos and they wanted to offer some constructive criticism, and that was, you know, that it took me whatever 6 minutes before I actually got to basically like when I go to the paralleloscope or I go outside the lab or whatever the meat of the video is. Beyond sort of this little monologue thing that I do. So and I thought about it. I'm like, and basically their thing was, you know, if you got to the point, if you made shorter videos, you get a lot more views. And that is probably 100% true. I'm sure I would get a lot of views. But then you have to ask yourself, well, are all views really considered or created equal? Because I mean, I do want to get information out there, and I appreciate the casual fans that just kind of, or not even fans, but the casual people that just pop in because they need information on this and that, and I'm more than happy to provide that. But do I really want to alienate the people that are actually invested in the channel, that actually have subscribed or actually come here again and again? Because there are some people, I think, and maybe it's not as many as the people that just jump in to get quick information, but there are people that come to the channel because they want to hear my opinion on something or my advice on something. And, you know, so I think it makes more sense for me to continue doing the things the way that I do them. And I understand I can get long-winded, and I'm kind of doing this right now. This is sort of a diatribe that I'm going through, and I can just run off and everything. But that's just, again, that's sort of the style of this particular channel. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what this channel is all about, and kind of give it some thought. Do you really want to target just the people that just jump in and for a quick advice and everything like that. And there can be some benefits to that, and there can be some drawbacks and everything as well. But again, I want my channel. You know, I'm doing this for people that I think, or what I want to do. I want to offer something more for people that are actually, I think, maybe more invested in the channel. So those are the kind of views that I think that I'm going after. And if other people just tune in because they want something quick, that's awesome. I appreciate that. But I don't want to say to all the people that have subscribed and all the people that continue to come back to my videos like, well, you know, I'm not going to give you as much information. We're going to just do a quick one and done. It's going to be 2 minutes. Here we go, and that's it. So anyway, but I want to talk a little bit more about this now that I've done just exactly what I've been telling you I've been criticized for doing. We're gonna go, I'm gonna do one of these blueprint sketches where I draw a robot with white ink on blue paper, kind of like a blueprint style that I do. We'll do that, and I'll talk a little bit more about sort of my idea for this channel, and maybe give you guys some food for thought about if you are starting your own channel, and really, you know, what to consider as far as the kind of what do you really want to do when you're trying to bring people in or trying to get views? Are there, you know, what kind of tactics do you want to use? And that all depends on what kind of audience you want to bring in. So let's get to the blueprint drawing, and let's talk about this. So if you're an artist on YouTube and you're trying to build a channel, there are a lot of things you can do to kind of help, you know, gain subscribers and views and all that stuff. I mean, you could do like lists and tips and how-tos. And I do all that stuff, but that's not all I do. Now, if that was all I did, I would probably have get a lot more views. I'd probably have a lot more subscribers, but that's not what I'm trying to do with this channel. And there's times where I do want to do that, and there's, you know, if something comes up like, oh, that's a great tip, I should share that, then I'll do that. But this channel isn't really designed to be just a tip channel or a how-to channel. It's a little bit of everything. It's all about creative, but I want to kind of share my own personal experiences, just my, you know, journey as an artist, and kind of let you know kind of what that's been all about, and maybe how that can help you, or if I had advice that I've learned so you guys don't make the same mistakes I did or whatever, and share all that kind of stuff just basically around, you know, what I'm doing. And I want to share what I do. I want to share the projects that I'm working on, and I don't think that's a bad thing to mix that in with information for you guys to kind of talk about some of the stuff that I'm doing. Because when I'm looking on YouTube, if I'm doing searches for how to do something with art or whatever, say I come across a channel and it's just a list of these helpful attempts, like do this, do that, you can do this, that type of thing. That's great, and I can get a lot of information from that, but I probably won't subscribe to that particular channel. Now, if it's a channel I go to and there's a personality there, and I like that person, I like what they're doing, I like the kind of projects they're working on, I find it interesting, if I kind of share a kind of kindred spirit with that person, if they're going through some of the same kind of things I am or whatever, if that's the case, then that's something I will subscribe to. So I want my channel to sort of kind of be in that vein. I do want to give information. I think I do a lot of that stuff, but I also want to, you know, there might be a time where I've got a new project coming out that I want to talk about, like if I've got a Kickstarter coming up or something like that, and I don't see anything wrong with that. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, it's like that 80% give, and then the ask is like the 20%. But you know, this is just something I didn't set out to do this to get subscribers or to get YouTube famous or anything like that. And I don't have any delusions that will happen. And I don't really. That's not what I'm in this for. I mean, there's things that I've learned how to do that I want to share. And anyone that comes to me and asks advice, I'm an open book. There's like very little that I will say. You know, I mean, there's not. The whole idea of like trade secrets with art is just ridiculous. If there's something that you guys need help with and you want to know, let me know, and I will do my best to, if I'm knowledgeable enough about that particular topic, I'm going to let you guys know. If you need to know where I go to have my stuff printed or this or that. I just don't believe in keeping secrets, and I want to get that information out there. But as far as getting views, it kind of comes down to balance. There's the people that are subscribed that that kind of want those longer videos. And a lot of people, when they're watching art videos, they're drawing, they're working on stuff. So and I prefer longer videos because I want something to play in the background while I'm working on something. And I don't care, like what's on the screen now, this sketch, if you're not paying attention to that, that's fine. If you're just listening to me, I mean, that's usually what I do with videos. A lot of times I'm not even watching them. I'm just listening to artists talk about whatever. That's the kind of, so I prefer those longer videos. Not everyone does, and that's fine. But you kind of have that balance. You put out the tip videos and everything, and for the people that just want to jump in, they want to learn something, that's great. And that's going to help, those videos will help you get more views and subscribers, and that's a good thing. And it's not necessarily because, you know, you want to make a lot of money on YouTube, because to be honest, it's not really that easy to make money on YouTube. I mean, you see the big YouTubers, and some are making millions on YouTube and all that, but that is very, you know, that's not the norm. I make some money off of YouTube, but it's really, it's not, you know, it's not something that I'm even looking forward to or depending on or whatever, because you really shouldn't depend on a social media channel or anything like that. But what you should do is, you know, try to, you know, put videos out and do that, and build an audience and try to get them aware of whatever projects you're working on, because I can earn more than I can from that YouTube ad revenue, from, you know, whatever it is, whether it's, you know, online sales or other passive incomes or like affiliate links and things like that. Now, it's awesome that YouTube has this kind of ad revenue share. I mean, most social networks don't do that, so that's really cool, but I wouldn't really rely on it. Like the same thing, you know what happened with Facebook. I mean, I worked on Facebook trying to build an audience there, and I got it to close. I mean, it's over 1,000 now, but at the time it wasn't, but it was getting close there. And then all of a sudden they changed their algorithms, and then, you know, out of the 1,000 fans I had, only about 10 people see what I post. So, and I guess that's their right to do that. It's kind of a bummer, but you can't really rely on that stuff. So, you know, I would use YouTube more as a way, and this is how I do it, how I approach it, more of a way to build an audience and let people know about it. So hopefully they'll go to the website, they'll become aware of me, and then if they want to support what I'm doing, or if they like what I'm doing, then that's great. But I don't really depend on that kind of that ad revenue. So I think YouTube is a great way to build a following, but if you're just putting out quick tips and things like that, that's going to get you more views and maybe even more ad revenue, but that's not the same as building a following. I think connecting with your audience, putting out videos that your core audience resonates with, that they're interested in, that's how you build a following. Okay, so here we go. This is my gridiron giant. That's what I'm calling this guy, but it's sort of a souped up kind of mechanized version of my little mascot character. That's kind of a fun one. But yeah, so what do you guys think as far as going after views and building your channel? What kind of audience are you looking to bring in? And what kind of experience do you want to create for the people that do subscribe to your channel and keep coming back and watch your videos and everything like that? I want you guys to let me know. So leave some comments in the comment section, and if you want to give me constructive criticism, tell me you get right to the point or whatever, that's fine too. I understand. But anyway, I will see you guys later. That is all. Hey everyone, thanks for joining me here in the Art Lab. There's a lot of other great content on the channel, so click that subscribe button and you won't miss a thing. If you're an aspiring evil genius, visit Serkworks.com for all your mad science supply needs. And if you want to contact me, hit me up in the comments section or follow me on social media. I'm looking forward to it. I'll see you then.